Andrea, it's a difficult night tonight against London Lions. How do you sum up the performance?
Two different halves. Two different halves. We turned up in the second half. We really defended really hard. Yeah, they made some shots, but it was tough looks. And we won the second half. And they only had 6 threes. They had 10 threes in the first half. We limit them, take away 4 of those, we will have won the ball game. And that's the reality of things. Effort, commitment, and sacrifice. There has to be a determination for people to do what we want to do as a team. And if the other team makes great plays, great. But if you watch the first half, they didn't have to make great plays, they just played the tendencies. And if we allow teams to do that, yes, they've got to score points. And offense, yeah, okay, we missed a lot of shots, but it cannot be filling ourselves on offense. We've got to do it on the defensive end. And it has to be that kind of focus. And it shows the difference because we did that in the second half. So disappointing, but at the same time, there is some form of positive element here because it shows when we turn up and we do what we want to do, it makes a difference. So that's what we need to see. We have 5 games left. We're fighting for our lives right now. We're in this playoff race, one game at a time. It's Sheffield next. We've got to bring it.
Yeah, they hit 10 threes in that first half. I imagine that was something you really emphasised going into that first quarter on the defensive end. How frustrating was that to concede those threes, considering they're one of the best shooting teams in the league?
Well, that was one of the emphases that we talked about. And as I said, we just allowed them to get into those rhythm shots. And we didn't do much about it to stop them. You can see the difference in the second half. And they've got to make some because they're obviously good players. But as I said, you remember that last play, the third quarter, Joe Inkowin making that tough 3, a step back. I mean, we can live with guys making those type of shots. But it's the easy ones where, someone like Robinson comes down on his left hand and he pulls up. But Williams comes off a stagger and he's wide open. I mean, if you give those shots, of course they've got to make them. Yeah, we've got to guard the arc. We knew that. We had to play the 3-ball. And we didn't do it in the first half. But we move on now. We move on. I hope this is the lesson that we're required to understand what everyone has a responsibility to do their job out there. And it shows when we do it. And it should not be guys thinking about, it's about guys doing their job. I mean, it's as simple as that. And we did our job in the second half. And, everything else, if you watch the video, people can realize what I'm talking about. But again, as I said, this is done today. But we lost the battle, but we haven't lost the war. So we just got to make sure we focus right now this week. We have a doubleheader coming up, obviously Sheffield and London. But really, number one priority right now, before we even think about the London game, is preparing for that Sheffield game. Such a crucial game. And every game is crucial right now. And we've got to put together, and we've got to be ready to step up. And guys got to show up at the end of the day.